Sweaty boy.
You were just pounding quart after quart of milk to go along with the cookie cake on the 95-degree day, and it was...
That was the spirit of the Iron Sheik putting it down with the deal with it little, That's what it was. Deal with it, Hogan.
Welcome to Two Hotties and a Naughty, a podcast about life's little victories, hotties, and constant disappointments, naughties. Here are your hosts, Michael Beck, Hicks, and Dwight Slappe.
Welcome to Two Hotties and a Naughty. I'm Dwight Slappe.
I'm Michael Beck.
And I'm Hicks.
Our first naughty this week is the question everyone has been asking online for weeks. What is the hottiest fictional animal?
Ooh.
That's right.
Yeah.
Inquiring
The
minds.
internet has been abuzz with this. Yes.
You can't chicken out and name your pet, because your pets, all of our pets are great.
Right,
Fictional
and they're real.
animal. Yeah. I thought long and hard about this, and I came up with one answer. And the answer is Master Splinter. Master Splinter is the greatest fictional animal. He was a rat, I guess, and he trained 4 turtles to be ninjas. Do you know what an accomplishment that is for a rat?
That's huge. That's huge. Those rats.
And I forget, was he a rat and a man fused together? Is that how the mythos works?
Oh, he's
Now,
got you there.
When you look at this creature, Master Splinter, what would you call him? I think you would call him a rat.
Yeah.
But Master Splinter was a man who was transformed into a rat, correct? Because he was, I know one of them was...
I'm not some nerd. I don't know all this backstory.
I also genuinely don't know. I was asking.
I know, but I'm trying to lawyer
trying
up.
To play it off.
I'm lawyering
right?
up.
Exactly. Yeah. Plead ignorance on this. Yeah. There was a Rokusaki, and that was Master Shredder, right? And then
okay, now we've gone too far.
Yeah, no, everybody out there knows. Anybody listening to this podcast knows all about Rokusaki. Okay, let's not pretend. You guys know.
My bigger point is: have you ever tried to train a turtle to do anything?
I get it.
Let alone master the martial arts.
Fair.
Yeah.
And yeah.
And plus he fights that brain in the robot's stomach.
Exactly.
And so forth. Krang, yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Show some respect to that brain, okay? That big,
listen,
beautiful brain.
If this podcast does one thing, we have to speak with love and respect about Krang.
That's right. Hey, today I saw McDonald's, the Happy Meals, are doing a crossover between Hello Kitty and Ninja Turtles. That's right.
What?
Look it up. Starting August 12th, you can go to your local McDonald's and buy a Happy Meal and get a blended, it could be Hello Kitty meets Michelangelo. They're fused together.
What?
Speaking of, yep, that's right.
Now,
McDonald's
but that
better send a
doesn't
big
count.
fat paycheck.
That won't count because Hello Kitty is a little girl. Not
Wait
a cat.
a minute. She is?
That is Hello Kitty lore. She is not a cat. Even though she looks like a cat. Now we're back to Master Splinter somehow.
She got the mutagen also. So that's what happened. She was in that accident as well.
She was go ahead, Beck.
So inevitably someday Hello Kitty is going to pounce on and devour Master Splinter. Like that's the...
Oh, what a horrific fan fiction you just wrote. I don't want to think about such things. Hello Kitty tearing Master Splinter apart.
It's awful.
Well, I mean, she'll bring you the remnants and put them on your pillow.
It's an offering. It's
their fictional animal religion. They make offerings to their god, i.e., you, the human/consumer.
You know how they're making all these horror movies with Winnie the Pooh and Steamboat Willie? Now, now we've written the Hello Kitty horror movie when it becomes public domain in 1,000 years.
Right. We just got to wait like, I don't know, 80 more years or however long it is. We'll pass it
Slice's
down to my
sons,
children.
grandsons
Yes.
are going to be so rich.
It's so filthy rich.
Beck, what's your favorite fictional animal?
Well, it's also a fucking rodent. I wish I had come up with an alternative, but my favorite fictional animal of the moment is, of course, Corrin Evertail, who is the adorable little mouse warrior king in the board game Everdell. My wife and I just love this board game. It's built around you're in charge of this little village of tiny woodland creatures, and the point of the core game Everdell is you're just trying to get this little team of woodland creatures through a season. You're just trying to get them through the winter and build up the resources they need, and Corrin Evertail is their leader.
Do you play as Corrin?
No. There are cards involved, and he's a recurring character on the cards.
What would you say is Corrin's strongest personality trait?
That he is a tiny mouse who does great things.
Is he a sunrise or a sunset? What would you say?
Well, I would describe him as a glorious sunrise because he's bringing, this new, exciting realm of peace and prosperity to the denizens of Everdell.
Nice. While still being a rodent. All right.
Yeah.
What are the other creatures in this kingdom? Are they all rodents?
So there's an innkeeper who's a badger, I think.
Okay.
There's a fool who's a skunk. There is
Seems racist.
There's a minor mole who is a mole. There's, I don't know, a janitor. I forget the janitor's title, but he's a squirrel. There are, there are dozens of different animals in this village. It's all very charming and relaxing. There's a competitive component to the game, but it really doesn't matter. My wife and I regularly get to the end of the game and really have no idea who's won or lost until we total up the points. It's just it's about going on the journey together to survive through winter.
That's interesting. Slice, were you gonna?
I'm just thinking about it, and I'm really so impressed how these vermin have really, won us over after all they did to us with the Black Death and everything. And yet here we sit talking about Master Splinter, this King of Everdell, this Secret of Nim. You can look at Fievel, American Tale. Like really, after all they did to us, yet still we embrace them. That says something, I think.
We embrace them fictionally, Slice.
Right.
We glorify them.
I have no interest in embracing a mouse or rat or any of their related brethren.
Slice, what do you got?
Well, so you nasty freaks and your rats and mice, I am really, okay, so, to be fair, Dwight kind of gave us a little bit of a heads up on this one, and I didn't think it was so specific as to an individual fictional. I thought it was like a breed of, or like, so he just said like, what was it, fictional animal. And so I was like, oh, okay. So I was going to say a unicorn.
Okay.
But
all right.
to narrow it down, one of the reasons why I say unicorn, two of them are both like cartoons that I watched when I was a kid. One being the very popular The Last Unicorn, with that wonderful soundtrack by the great hit band America. So that's who sang it, right? Wasn't it?
You were.
I'm way out in left field.
Brand new
Okay.
things.
I'm
yeah.
pretty sure it was
I
America,
don't know.
but that was a
Would
great
you sing
song.
a little bit for us?
No, God, no. I almost did, but no, not at this point in time. I would be mumbling half of it anyways. But there was
I have several songs that we've composed about Everdell if you want music for the
yes,
show.
yes, that'll be the bonus content. Subscribe to the Patreon, and you'll have access to Beck's new CD. But there was another cartoon. It came out in 1981, just like I did. Was born in 1981. Well, and so, anyways, debuted in 1981. It's called Unico, The Adventures of Unico. It was an anime. I found it on my grandfather, who raised me, recorded everything. We had one of those massive satellite dishes, and he recorded everything. Like, he had like a library, and like typically he had 6-hour VHS tapes. He would have 3 things. He had a catalog system and everything that you could go through and see what it was. One day I stumbled upon this recording for this something called Unico, and I watched it. Is a cute, adorable little unicorn. I was probably 4 or 5 years old, and the premise is this little unicorn goes around, and wherever it went, it made people happy. Whether there was war, strife, fighting, whatever, Unico was able to win them over and make them happy. No longer bloodlust or anything like that. So the gods decreed this little unicorn was way too powerful, so they made the west wind, I think it was the west wind, one of those directions, carried away to a deserted island somewhere and drop it off and abandon it, because they said, okay, no one will ever interact with it there. And it meets a little devil there named Beezle. And Beezle's a real dick at first. But then Unico teaches the power of friendship to Beezle. And there's all this, no more spoilers, but check it out. They actually are making graphic novels about Unico now. It's great. I love it. I love it. And it's not a rat, you freaks.
No, you just picked a unicorn whose best friend is the devil.
Well, he taught the devil a lesson. Like, hey, friends, we can be friends. We can be kind.
Just like Charlie
kindness.
Daniels.
Right, exactly. Like Unico lends the devil his horn, and Beezle gets to play around and mess stuff up with the horn, and Beezle's a real
Hey,
dick
you
when
said
he's
no
got
more
that horn.
spoilers.
Okay, that's true. Watch it. Check it out. It's a great movie. There's another one too. I don't think it's as good as that first one, but that first one's great.
Wait until I tell you about the new fictional race of animals I've come up with, which are rats with unicorn horns.
Yeah.
No one likes them.
And they do taekwondo.
They bring the rainbow death, not the black death, the rainbow death. I don't like that. I don't like that at all.
I actually almost said Ewoks. But then
That
I
would have been
thought,
good.
is it some sort of weird like backward racism to
Yeah.
call the Ewoks animals? Because like they
right?
clearly have language and society and things. Yeah.
Then why wouldn't you say Wookiees at that point?
Right.
My wife and I recently rewatched Return of the Jedi, and I find the Ewoks adorable and charming. I was really bowled over by how cute they were.
I've always been an Ewok truther. I don't care what anyone says. Nub for life. Yub nub.
Welcome back. Boys, I want to hear about your hottiest podcasts. Yes, that's right. We are giving airtime to the competition.
Oh, no.
Oh.
Inception.
Oh. But because apparently we're getting a lot of McDonald's money through Slice, I figured we could share that largesse, spread it around a little bit and make some recommendations of other shows that we enjoy. My hottiest podcast of the moment is Tides of History, hosted by Patrick Wyman. It is not a comedy podcast. It is not funny. Do not go to it expecting to be as richly entertained as you are by this hilarious program. Tides of History is Most of the episodes are an hour long, and they're just Patrick Wyman basically delivering a lecture as though he were in a classroom. But he's like your favorite teacher in school. He does great work. I've also started listening to this show at the very beginning, and like I'm only in 2018 or 2019. So like, Patrick Wyman, if you're listening to the show, I hope you're enjoying it. But if Patrick Wyman becomes like some sort of horrible asshole or monster, like in 2020 or 21 or 22, do not hold that against me, listener. I know.
I'm glad you didn't check. You didn't do a quick Google to make sure.
Let the cards fall where they may, you know? Oh, you didn't hear about those kids they found in his basement? Oh, dang.
No, the only thing I know about this guy is that he has a PhD in history from the University of Southern California, which is a school that grants PhDs in history, apparently. So
the only thing I know about him is where he was on January 6th.
Oh, he was with OJ, wasn't he? See, I can make a sports joke.
I'm just going to say, I've seen the flight log, and I've seen that name a few times.
Oh, no.
No.
Did he have the pleasure to go to a certain island?
Tides of History is a wonderful program. and Patrick Wyman appears to be an erudite, good-hearted man who has great insight into the past.
Of course, we are only joking.
Yes, absolutely.
If we had the Epstein files, we
deadly
of course would
serious.
have. If we had the Epstein files, we would release a special podcast behind a paywall.
Oh yeah. Forget that McDonald's money. Hello Kitty ain't got nothing on that right now.
Use your heads, everybody. Use your heads.
Yeah.
Oh, Slice,
Oh, man.
what is your hottiest podcast of the moment?
I am such a bad podcast listener. I'm just going to be honest about it. There are some I listen to. We have some great friends who I'm sure our listeners have heard of, the McElroy family. They produce some great podcasts. I'm very fond of the Adventure Zone because I love D&D. But to steer away from that, so to kick the bias to the curb, I would say my most listened to podcast outside of that would be the Fantasy Footballers podcast, because I do love some fantasy football, and I think that's a great crew. They just nobody's too pretentious. They've got a great dynamic between the three of them, and their producers as well. And they drop some good knowledge and some really shitty knowledge too that cost me a lot of money. But still, there's certain individuals on that show who I listen to a little more than others. But yeah, they make some great episodes where they say they have this thing called they're my guys, who they really bank a lot on. They say, like, these are my guys. They go through the statistics and everything and say this player is gonna make or break you this year. If you get them in this round, you're gonna do great, and sometimes it has paid off big time for me, and sometimes I have died on that ship and it's gone down.
Slice, I've sampled this podcast. I've listened to this podcast, and I have thought many times while listening, wait a minute, are these guys smarter than me? And I don't know.
Yep. I
don't know.
Yep. Some weeks it's like, oh.
Sometimes when I listen, I'm like, hey, we pay for a podcast hosting site. Why aren't Slice and I doing a fantasy football podcast?
This is it. See? Well, should we tell Beck?
Well, this isn't it, because Beck's still here. I can't imagine Beck just sitting in the background like a gimp during our fantasy football podcast.
I mean, I can take my pants off. I think that would make everyone more comfortable.
We'll give him 5 minutes for the history corner section, the section of the episode, and we can talk about the frozen tundra or Lambo. And,
you know what we have that other fantasy football podcasts don't have? A pantless Beck in the background. Nobody else has that.
Well, not until I start doing contract work on the side with other podcasts.
At which point you will film yourself still pantless, and we'll put it in a little box at the bottom right of the screen.
I love it.
Yeah, I mean, it's baked in.
I hate to stay in Beck's favorite zone of sports, But the podcast I listen to every day is the Dan Lebitard Show with Stu Gatz. And the reason I love this show is because it's not a sports show. It was on ESPN for a long time, and they go out of their way not to talk about sports as much as possible. It's a culture podcast. It's a comedy podcast. They do talk about sports, but that's not how I would categorize it exclusively. As a matter of fact, they got basically let go from ESPN because they talk too much about politics and culture and the way the country is operating at this moment. And it's really funny. And I got in a long time ago, and there's lore and there are jokes that come back year after year, or a joke will disappear for 4 years. And then one episode, bam, you're right back at it. And I don't know what the people who haven't been listening for years do at that particular moment. But hopefully one day we'll find out. When we start 6 years ago, when we're still making local geography jokes, maybe we can talk to our listeners. But it's based out of Miami, and I know way too much about Miami now. Like that space in my brain I'm never going to get back.
Yeah.
But it's a fun show. It's good-hearted. They also sponsor some nice investigative journalism.
I need to check that out.
Is the investigative journalism into sports related stuff, or
All
is it
things.
just-
Well, they have a media company called Meadowlark, and it started with the Dan Lebitard Show. And then another Meadowlark show is called Pablo Torre Finds Out. And his show it's sports, but also one of my favorite episodes is he did a deep dive research into Total Request Live, the MTV show.
Yeah.
And found out like the votes didn't really count. There was a lot of backstage stuff, the record labels pushing things, and recently he just broke a story about how the NFL Players Union were basically screwing their constituency by hiring a guy that was also working for the league somehow. Yeah, it's
All right,
really fun stuff.
Yeah. Those are stories that need to be told. Yeah.
All right, guys, it's time for me to be a little naughty. Wrap things up with what is your naughtiest household chore? That's right. There's something out there you just hate doing more than those other ones. You know, there's those ones like, I don't mind it so much. It's got to be done. It doesn't bother me too much. Some you might even enjoy. You know, I don't necessarily mind vacuuming. It's fine by me. But I'll tell you what I don't like. That's doing dishes. I like to cook, but I hate doing dishes. And what's even, I'm a little wimp because I have a dishwasher. But you can't fit everything in those dishwashers. There's those big, cumbersome things that you just fight with in the sink. They get all that, they get gross cutting boards, everything like that, or those certain cups that you get that they're a giveaway somewhere you go to. Oh, hand wash only. Fuck hand wash only. Keep it. I don't want it. If it says hand wash only, just spare me. I don't want that shit. But it's got to be done. My kids want it. So I bring it home with the McDonald's cup or whatever, and I got to hand wash that, or I can throw it in there, and who knows what kind of carcinogens it's going to release into their drink. So I hand wash it, but just washing dishes sucks. And I'm also even further a big wimp because I'm blessed that my grandmother is still alive, number one, and she lives with me. And she likes to help out by doing the dishes mostly. But when I'm that guy cooking all the food and everything like that, and I make the big mess, I don't like to leave that for someone else. It's just this mental thing where it's like, I made the mess. I should be the one to clean it up. At least that's what I tell my kids all the time. I know. I made them a delicious meal. They should be the ones cleaning it up, right?
Exactly. Yes.
Yeah, I see, but I'm
also,
just a duality.
what a Slice, this is a patriotic podcast. You're expressing an incredibly un-American idea. When I make a big mess, I don't. I feel like I have to clean it up. Well, what's wrong with you?
Yeah.
Take that shit outside, sir.
Get my passport now.
You install your grandmother as a dictator in a third world country and you walk away.
I think she could do some great things. There'll be no profanity, though. No profanity.
God, I don't like to do anything really. I don't mind a little laundry. I like doing some laundry. But I've had to pick one thing that I do hate dishes. I absolutely despise mowing the lawn. It's rough on an old man's back. I have a deceptively large lawn that no one does a thing with. So every time I'm mowing it, I'm like, who is this for? This is for my neighbors, so my neighbors don't get upset. What if I want to have what if I want to start a bunny colony? Wouldn't I want this grass to grow?
You establish your tick garden. Walk through that shit, mailman.
There's big money in Lyme disease.
Hey kids, let's go. Let's all get together and go on down to Colonel Dwight's tick farm.
Bring your possums.
Lawns weren't even a thing until in the late 1800s, right?
Yeah.
Something like that. Yeah,
we were trying to
basically,
Yeah, we were trying to mimic the great gardens of France and England, correct?
Yeah. The great country houses and their big lawns. Yeah.
So speaking of un-American, us just trying to be like France is super un-American, right?
Mm-hmm. We should go back to what it was in colonial times and just have a shared common that belongs to everyone and is cared for by everyone.
Okay, before we do that, I do want to move.
Which you know is communism, but that's...
I want to have local communism, but not with the neighbors I currently have.
Yeah,
I don't know if I can trust the guy across the street who has to walk to the bus stop to then take the bus to the bar because he's been busted for DUI too many times. I don't know if I can trust him to keep up on the communal work that we all have to do. What if he doesn't harvest the radishes in time?
Well, the great news is that we're all going to die as soon as winter comes anyway. So that's so just let that worry be wiped from your mind.
It's gone. And he'll probably be dead long before then.
Way before.
I'll just find him as a puddle right before the bus stop.
Surrounded by tons of uneaten radishes. Like his salvation was right there, and only he the courage to eat a radish.
A little side street here. Lately, I've noticed a new neighbor who walks around holding her Himalayan cat. Just circling the street.
Wow. Not even
Your
just like her own property.
Gentrifying.
I don't know. She seems twitchy. I mean, I don't think I should trust this person, right?
And so
Absolutely
like she's holding the cat like Blofeld. It's not it's not in a stroller or anything. Like
she's holding it.
How close have you gotten to her while she's holding the cat? Is the cat real or is it a puppet?
The cat's absolutely real.
Okay.
I've talked to this person twice, and they want to be super friendly, but I do not desire that. I do not.
Correct.
I don't want to meet new people. There's a form she has to fill out to be my friend.
No vacancy on that friend list.
There is one correct thing to say to your neighbors, and that is, how's it going? That is all. And that is a statement, not a question. And we all agree.
If you're feeling
hot
spicy,
out here, bye.
Ah, damn it. Ah! I was going to hit you with the hot enough for you. Stay cool.
Better get that cat some water. Bye.
Careful. Feline leukemia is on the rise. Wow.
My naughtiest household chore is cleaning the bathroom. I don't like it. We all understand bathrooms are the places they are. Yeah, it's not my favorite. And I enjoy laundry. I don't mind the dishes, especially the loading and the unloading of the dishwasher. I think is a very satisfying feeling. But the cleaning the bathroom.
You don't get elbow deep in that toilet?
You want to snake that drain? I was just snaking a drain earlier today. Disgusting.
Yeah.
You don't want to hang out with your friends, the Scrub and Bubbles?
Yeah. If you holler down your sink, you can hear Master Splinter down there. Maybe the King of Everdale, too. No unicorns, though. No unicorns.
God damn, I'm tired of your unicorns that are too good for the sewers.
Wouldn't be caught dead. They hang out with the devil, yes. Sewers, no. Draw a line.
Yeah. Unicorns, too good to drink out of my toilet, huh? Fancy unicorns.
I'll be honest, even as an adult, I don't know how often I should be cleaning my bathroom. I don't clean it until there's like a little ring around the toilet somewhere. And that's the point where I start cleaning.
That's the indicator.
Yeah.
Is it okay? So it's built into the system.
Depends on who you ask, but that's what I go by.
And RFK wants to take that ring away from us in the water.
When our leading scientists designed human defecation and wastewater treatment after World War II, they installed that ring system especially for us. It does rely on radium. It does rely on radium. Yeah.
That explains why my asshole has all those mutant powers now.
Partially, yes. It partially explains that. Oh, also lawn mowing. I wanted to say, sorry, one more thing. Sorry. So when I was a kid, I was in charge of mowing the lawn at our house, and it was awful because I hated mowing the lawn. My parents had this huge yard. It took all afternoon to push mow, and I was always getting yelled at for the lawn not being mowed. My brother David, who's only 2 years younger than me, mowed the lawn once, and because David is smart, did an incredibly shitty job. Mm-hmm. And so, like, so bad that it was clear, well, obviously David can never be trusted to mow the lawn again. And, so I got locked in there. And now, in our current home, I am ashamed, but also a little bit proud that Crystal just mows the lawn here. So.
I know the feeling. Autumn loves to mow the lawn. That's like her zen. She goes out there and mows the lawn. And I'm not going to argue that. Why would I? That would be stupid. But she loves to be out in the garden, the yard, and to do that. And, I've done it here and there whenever, she's too busy or not feeling well. But I'm okay with it. Like I didn't enjoy necessarily doing it when I was a kid, but I didn't mind it too much. But yeah, I'm not going to argue. She can go for it. That's all hers. I'll cook. That's great.
She would rather mow the lawn than to listen to you and your children.
Yeah, pretty much. That's her escape. That's it.
Every blade of grass she's just imagining is one of you or the kids. Just you.
That's it. Yep.
Well, whereas my hero wife frequently listens to our show while she mows.
Well, how does she do that while she's laughing the whole time? She's gonna lose a toe.
Well, thank you guys for sharing your naughty chores. Dwight, can you hit us up with those poll results for the past 2 weeks?
Yeah, we got a little behind on the polls. So the last couple of weeks, it is hottiest vacation destination, New Zealand. Hottiest celebrity doppelganger, I won with Zach Galifianakis. Naughtiest superhero movie, Fantastic Four 2015.
2025 ruled, by the way. Sorry, I just saw it yesterday. It ruled.
Right. Hottiest Aussie/Black Sabbath song. Mr. Crowley ? Won.
Yes, Beck.
The first category I've won in weeks.
Was just picked by random. It wasn't even from your heart. You just went.
Yeah.
It was a shot in the dark.
Oh, no.
Hey-o.
God damn it. That's an Aussie pun Beck doesn't even get.
We're working on it. We're working on it.
Hottiest store that doesn't exist anymore. This hardly ever happens. A tie between Hills and Chi-Chi's.
Yes, Chi-Chi's.
And the naughtiest vegetable, of course, is celery.
No contest. No contest. Thank you, listeners, for confirming you're human. I really appreciate that.
Well, we're real happy you stopped by the podcast, and we hope you do the same next week. Just keep clicking those little links.
Please. Please.
Leave us a review, subscribe to things, tell your friends. I don't know, post about us on social media. Or don't use social media. That's even better.
Hey, yeah. Here's something that they could replace social media with. Use the show to threaten your enemies. There you go. Yeah. I don't know how that would work exactly, but sounds good.
For $50, we will threaten anyone you desire.
My Venmo can be found at... No.
That promise of physical violence was a parody for comedic purposes only.
Once again, thanks for listening.
Please check us out again next week.
Have a great evening. We love you.
We're good. We're really good.
Just please have a good evening. Please, God,
back.
have a good evening.
Please come back.
God damn it, just do one thing for me.
First of all, we personally thanked every single listener in this episode.
Thank you for listening. This has been Two Hotties and a Naughty, a podcast about life's little victories and constant disappointments, as hosted by Michael Beck, Hicks, and Dwight Slappe. Editing and production by Michael Sullivan. Our theme is Handel's Entrance of the Queen of Sheba for two oboes, strings, and Continuo allegro, as performed by the Advent Chamber Orchestra. Crystal Howe speaking.